From the last two videos, we are talking about our fourth fundamental right, that is right to freedom of religion. As we have known so far, right to freedom of religion has four articles. Article 25, Article 26, Article 27 and Article 28. We have understood Article 25 and Article 26 in previous videos. In this video, we will understand Article 27. Article 27 talks about freedom from taxation for promotion of religion. Now coming to the actual definition of Article 27, it says that freedom as to payment of taxes for promotion of any particular religion, no person shall be compelled to pay any taxes, the proceeds of which are specifically appropriated in payment of expenses for the promotion or maintenance of any particular religion or religious denomination. What I said is as it is written in the Constitution. If we try to understand it in simple language, then it says that no person, whether citizen or non-citizen, can be forced or compelled to pay any taxes for the promotion or maintenance of any particular religion or any religious denomination. Now, what is the difference between religion and religious denomination? Religion, as you already know, a group of people who follow an organized system of belief, ceremonies and rules used to worship a god or a group of gods. Whereas religious denomination is a subgroup within a religion that operates under a common name, tradition and identity. So what did we understand? That no person will be forced to pay any kind of tax which is related to a particular religion. But yes, it is a different matter that if a person wants to give money to any of the religion with his own will and with his own happiness, then that is allowed. Now, apart from this, there are some important points which we have to understand in this article. The first point that we just understood is that no person shall be compelled to pay any taxes for the promotion or maintenance of any particular religion. That's what we just understood. Now the second important point is the government collects tax from the people, like service tax, custom duty, excise duty, etc. That money cannot be used by the government for the promotion and maintenance of any particular religion. This means directly you are not paying any tax in the name of religion, but you pay other taxes. Even that money cannot be used by the government for the promotion and maintenance of any one religion. Now coming to the third important point. Everywhere it is written that person cannot be compelled to pay any taxes for a particular religion, or people paid tax cannot be used for a particular religion. What does it mean by a particular religion? This means that this provision prohibits the state from favoring and supporting any one particular religion. That is, if state wants, it can contribute and help with its money, which has come in the form of tax, equally to all religion instead of any one religion. Like central and state government organizes Hajj, Kumbh Mela and provides different religious subsidies to different religion. So state has power to contribute equally to all religion, but state cannot discriminate between different religions. Now coming to the fourth and the last point. This article prohibits the collection of tax for the promotion and maintenance of religion, but does not prohibit the collection of fees. Now what is the difference between tax and fee? The tax that government collects is used for the public purposes and services. And the services which are provided by the government are for everyone, whether any person is a taxpayer or not. And if we talk about fee, when any fee is charged from you, then in return you are provided some services only to the person who paid the fee. For example, when you pay fees in school or college, then education is provided to you in return. In the same way, if you are being charged at any religious place, then in return you are given some facilities. Like when you go to the temple of Vaishno Devi or Tirupati Balaji, etc., then entry fee is taken or online booking is done by taking some fees. So when you go there, you are given some facilities. As you are given the prasad of that temple, you are given the facility to keep luggage, shoes and slippers, etc. By taking a very small amount of fee, you are also given the facility to stay there. That's all. In these 4 points only, Article 27 is defined. With this, we have finished 3 articles of right to freedom of religion, that is Article 25, 26 and 27. In the next video, we will cover Article 28, which talks about freedom from attending religious instructions.